Today is the 30th of April 2024, and this will be our seventh video on sets. Okay, thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, please help us spread the message, share, like, follow, okay? If it won't cost you anything, follow. And please, if the account is not yours, ask permission from the account holder. Okay, it's very important. Or ask somebody to help you open your own account. Okay. In the comment section, you will see follow my notes/script. So for instance, again today our starter is circle theorem. Okay, I've brought a lot of circle theorem questions, so you shouldn't have any excuse to say that, oh, I saw this question, I didn't understand. Okay, because however they will bring it, it's how I'm showing the numbers might be different. Okay, but these are some of the questions you meet. That is why, for why, that is why. Okay, so if you hear anything apart from these, follow the notes. Okay, beware of scammers. Okay, you know it's happening, so beware. Please, online scammers, please change. Okay, and let's keep all of us safe. Okay, including you, your scammers as well. Okay, now recap. We've done more sets last. I said sets with numbers. Uh, we've done adding and subtraction of sets. We've done division of sets. Uh, we've done multiplication of sets. Okay, so after this set, I'll just do one video. Okay, I think in possible exam question, I solve a question with you. I think the area of a triangle using sets. Okay, so I'll do one more sets video and show you how you can apply sets by leaving your answers, and maybe another way they can ask you sets question, and then the rest, if I get any more question, I'll just bring it in the starter. Okay, little by little, drip by drip. Okay, and then go on to another topic, and then hopefully I want to do as many topics with the people who are going to write their exam in a few weeks' time, so that at least they'll be a bit equipped. Okay, so hang up with me, and please, if you can't hear me, maybe put your phone on the highest volume, because anytime I finish recording, I watch and listen, and I know once. At times I go back and click on a video randomly because I want to be as good as possible. So maybe I said something somewhere and then I think about it and I'm like, okay, if you said this way, it would have been better. So I'm also seeking ways of improving. So if you cannot hear me, please, and you like our platform, okay, follow my notes/script, please. Okay, now we've done more sets. Watch last video for recap. Start with the introduction of any topic. It's very important. Watch the introduction And then if you have time, watch from the first, second, watch all the series, especially if you're in year 10 or year 9 and you are not due to write, or you are now considering to go back in education. Okay, you just watch as many as you can. Watch, look at the question, think about it, go back and watch. Okay, please, it will help you. I started today, as I said earlier, a circle theorem. Again, we have a circle that is a center O, that is 2 radius, okay, and a tangent. Okay, even before I read the question, I'm analyzing it. A tangent at the point B and at the point A, okay, which converge as C, and there is a y angle here. Now, with circle theorem, we know that this length and that length is equal. Okay, so if there's a chord here, we know that this length is equal. And because of that, that is 90 and that is 90. The angle in the center is 360. Okay, so now what are we finding? We find y. Where is y? There. Okay, so now if we go by this diagram we've given, we know that this is a quadrilateral, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sides, and then we know that y plus 4y will be equal to 180. So we can do that and find y, or we can use the quadrilateral, okay, and say that 90 plus 90, which is 180, plus 4y plus y will be equal to 360. Okay, immediately we set that in motion. Everything else is calculation. So now y 4y plus y will be 5y. 90 plus 90 will be 180 equals 360. Okay, so 5y will be equal to 360 minus 180. Okay, 5y will be equal to 180. Y is 180 divided by 5, which is 36. So this angle at y here is 36. Okay, and that angle here is 4 times 36. Okay, so that would be our starter for today. Now, yesterday we did sets. We said if the set is in the denominator in mass is classed as untidy or it looks weird. So we rationalize. So for instance, if you have 3 plus root of 3 in the denominator, then you multiply the numerator by 3 minus root of 3, and then you multiply the denominator 3 minus root of 3. You haven't done anything to the equation. All you've done is to add, because if you have 3 minus root of 3 divided by 3 minus root of 3, if you cancel out, it's 1. Okay, so you just a little bit manipulated the equation. Okay, so I'm going to focus in this session to show you how to factorize, simplify this. Okay, so and why you should use the negative when you have the positive in your denominator, and why you should use the positive when you have the negative. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. Okay, so assuming you are rationalizing and your denominator that becomes this. Okay, now you remember when we're doing algebra, we had a plus b and a minus b. We said if you have difference of 2 squared, a squared minus b squared. If you break it down, you get a plus b, a minus b. Okay, your ability to see these things, if you are going to write an exam, is very important, because you when you get to a step, if you can't jump from here to that, for instance, you have this, then you can't get this, because if you put this in the equation, there's a chances that you might be able to cancel a plus b or a minus b. Okay, so let's look at this. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times root minus root of 3 is 3, minus 3 root of 3. 3 root of 3 plus root of 3 times positive 3 will give you plus root of 3. Okay, plus root of 3 minus root of 3 will give you minus 3, because root 3 equals 3, but 1 is plus, 1 is negative, so we have 9 minus 3 root 3 plus 3 root 3 minus 3. Okay, so 9 minus 3 now is 6. Okay, so now everything here reduces to 6. That is why, so 3 plus root of 3, all into bracket, 3 minus root of 3 will be 6. So after simplifying the numerator and getting the square root in the numerator, then you divide by 6. Okay, that is called rationalization. And this is why if you multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same, like if it's add and you multiply by 3 plus root of 3, you wouldn't get the root going off. Okay, so it complicates your work. Now let's look at the other one. 5 plus root of 2. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by 5 minus root of 2. 5 times 5 is 25. Root of 5 times minus root of 2 is 5 root 2. Root of 2 times 5 is plus 5 root 2. Root 2 plus and minus will give us minus 2. Now 5 minus 5 root 2 plus 5 root 2, when we cancel out, it will give us 0. It's like minus 1 plus 1 is 0. Okay, now so we have 25 minus 2, which will be 23. So all of this, we've reduced the denominator to a whole number. Now the set will be on the top. Okay, I'm just dealing with the denominator today to explain to you why you have to add and subtract. If it's addition, the numerator, you subtract. When you're dealing with sets and numbers, okay. If it's just one single set, then assuming you just have root 2, then you divide and multiply by root 2. I've done a video on that. It's part of the series. But if you have a number attached to the sets, then the clue is in the sign. So if you have add, then you change the add to minus. You multiply the numerator and then the denominator by that same set, but with the same, with opposite. If it's add, you subtract. Okay. Now, 7 minus root 3, and then 7 plus root 3. Okay, so now 7 times 7 is 49. Then you have minus 7 root 3, add 7 root 3, and then root 3 will be minus 3. So this and this will also cancel. Now you have 49 minus 3, which is 46. Okay, so all this here, you've reduced it to 46. So now your denominator becomes a whole number. Whatever you have in the numerator, you multiply them out, and that will give you answer. Okay, so I'm just looking at the denominator today. Question 4. 9 minus root 2, 9 plus root 2. Okay, 9 times 9, 81. Minus root 2 times 9 will be minus 9 root 2. And then plus 9 root 2. Okay, and then you have minus 2. Okay, 9 root 2 plus minus 9 root 2. This will give you 0. 89 minus 2 will be 79. Okay, so we've reduced all this in the denominator to a whole number. So to rationalize a denominator involving a set and number, if it's adding, you use subtract. Okay, and vice versa. If it's subtracting, then you use add. Now, the second part of today, I thought I would just relax and we'll do some simplifying in multiplication with sets. Okay, so it's like mental math. Okay, mental math, at times you need to be quick, but I'll just go through with you. So the first one, root 5 times root 6 will give you root 30. Okay, these things says you have to be good with times table and with factors. It will help you a lot. Okay, because some of these questions, they come in the non-calculator part. They look simple, and even if it's 1 mark, it's a good thing to collect it along. It's like collecting coupons. The more you collect, the more money you get off when you go and shop. Okay. Root 6 times root 6, according to our first or second video, is 6, because root 6 times root 6 is 36. Square root of 36 will be 6. Root 18 times 2 is also 36. So square root of 36 is 6. So this can also be written as 6. Okay, so the square root. So don't just stop here. See if you can simplify further. Okay, root 2 times root 7 is root of 14. Okay, root 8 times root 5 is root of 40. Okay, root 3 times root 3 will give me root 9, which will be 3. Okay, by now you should know that a root a times root a should be a. So if you have root 100 times root 100 is 100. Okay, root 2 times root 6 will give me 12. Okay, root 3 times root 7 will give me root of 21. Root 8 times root 2 will give me root 16. Root 16 is the same as 4. Okay, this is mental math. We can all do it. Okay, root 2 times root 2 will be root 4, which will be 2. Root 3 times 5 will be root 15. Okay, root 3 times root 2 will be root 6. Okay, so I didn't want to stress it well because you have a lot of uh, things to think about. So I just wanted to come and just give you something little to go and nibble on. Okay, so with exam approaching, your timetable should be touching on. Your factors should be touching on. These are things you learned in primary school, and it will help you work a bit faster. But if you are still not faster, and it's a calculator paper, you might not be sure, but you can use the calculator to check. Okay, but if you don't have the calculator and you are not so good at times table, how are you going, assuming you have this in a big equation, to solve and get the answer? It looks simple. Okay, so if you are not good at the timetable, every morning, okay, whatever you are doing, just spend 5 minutes, take one timetable like 2 or 3, or 3 times table or 4 times table. Okay, with 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10 are easy. Okay, but also if like you want 6 times 5, all you have to do is 5 6 times. Okay, you might be a bit slow, but it's better you are slow to get the marks and do maybe 55 or 60% of the paper and get it right, so that you can land a C, than do it so fast and get everything wrong. Okay, in that case, you haven't done anything. Okay, so please subscribe, share with your friends. Okay, I know it's helping people because I've received a lot of good feedback. And give us nice comment. Write it out. Don't write it to me. Don't put it in my inbox, because if I copy it from my inbox, it looks like I'm trying to. But just write it out. Say how um, you think it's been helpful to encourage other people to also watch. Okay, and share with your friends. Okay, if you're a parent, even you have a child, let them watch it if it helps them. Okay, and please follow my notes slash script. Okay, and take care of yourself online. Okay, beware of scammers. Thank you so much for watching today's video with me, and I'll see you in the next.